Tell me, you're an entrepreneur and now, in what we could even call big business, perhaps.
Right.
And you're a very busy man. So is CPAC more or less busy than your normal life?
It's my normal life. I'm doing stuff like this all over the country, but not at this magnitude. I was able to speak out here. I never thought I'd be on a stage with the people that were here. I mean, that was pretty surreal for me. I'd say this is way more surreal than what I've, I mean, it's just
the scale.
Yeah, the scale. Everybody's coming up to me and thanking me for having the president's back, and that feels so good, and me to be able to say now, I told you so to all my friends, all the things that he said he was going to do and he's done, and then here to, I didn't know anything about politics. I was an ex-crack addict, and I found out, gee, what's a conservative, what's a liberal, so for me to, I learned this a few years ago, what I was, for sure.
That's a bit like me, actually, I think, yeah.
Yeah, but then to find out everything, it's just all the same people here. They're all people that have, common sense. It's like the common sense side of things.
It's amazing. So can you tell me a little bit about the genesis? We know My Pillow. Everyone in CPAC probably is very familiar with your company because you came out quite early in support of the president, then candidate.
Right. Yeah.
And can you tell me a little bit about the genesis of that?
Well, meaning the president or My Pillow.
Becoming a supporter of the president.
Well, it was
the candidate.
No. That's like I said. I was an ex-crack cocaine addict. I didn't know anything about politics. Probably never even voted. I think I voted in Minnesota when we had Jesse Ventura. In 2015, when he came down the escalator, I just knew it was something, like divine. And I had dreams that I was going to be with him in an office, meet him in an office at one point. And that came to fruition the summer of 2016. I was invited. I got an email, from Donald Trump saying, Mike, could you come and meet me in New York City in Trump Tower? And that meeting came to fruition on August 15, 2016. I walked in, there was just him and I, and he said, Mike, you always wear your cross on TV. He said, are you a Christian? I said, yes, Mr. Trump, and this is a divine appointment. And we sat in there we talked about, I'd say a half hour, 40 minutes, and he was telling me, he really was like My Pillow, all made in the USA, and he was telling me the jobs he was going to bring back, and we talked about addiction, that my, me being an ex-crack addict, and his heart just to help the country. Everything he said was, wow, okay, I'm going in there with hope, and I walked out of there going, this guy's going to be the greatest president in history, and I'm going to put everything I have in behind him, but then I went and talked to his employees. This was very key to me. I go, did I just see, was that real? And I went and talked to so many of his employees, and every one of them was like talking to a My Pillow employee. And to me, that's very rare. You can learn a lot about the guy. Talk to his employees and see how they talk about him. You notice during the election cycle, not one employee said one bad thing. They didn't interview them. Because if they would have, they'd have said he's good for his word, he's going to make his promises, he's going to keep them. So I went all in, and back then I went in on faith.
Right.
And now when we go to vote again, hey, we got evidence it's all happened. Promises kept, promises made, promises kept. I go to my friends and go, see, I told you so. And they're going, wow, Mike, you were right, you were right, you were right. And I have never been prouder to get behind something that's helped so many people. My heart is always to help, but then to get by a president that's helped this country more than any president that I've ever known.
It's an unbelievable story. You're made in America. I think you personify it. See, you've got the flag on your lapel. You personify it, and also you understand the true struggle of people who are suffering from this opioid epidemic, and it very much is an epidemic.
Absolutely, yeah.
So you're kind of you've seen the opportunity that's been created. Can you expand it? Like how have small and medium-sized and even large businesses in America and yours been affected by these policies that the administration has put in?
I want to say there's kind of you touched on two things there. First, I'll talk about the economy and the businesses. With our president, the consumer confidence right now, and everybody having careers now. My Pillow, we always paid our guys. We always have careers at My Pillow, not just jobs. But now all around us, that's what we're seeing. It's like you create all these amazing manufacturing jobs, all these other jobs, all the entrepreneurs able to take chances now on great inventions and stuff like I did because they got a safety net. The economy's so good, everything's going so great. It's like they're okay to
so it's
step
fostering entrepreneurship, actually.
Absolutely, and I've even got another platform coming out. It's called mystore.com. If anybody wants to go there, you heard it on your radio station first. All these entrepreneurs, I'm going to put a safe place for them to go with their products that are vetted by me. So it's not going to be up where products come overseas and copy us and stuff.
So these are all American products.
These are going to be my products that I have vetted. I have another company vetting. If you go to mystore.com, all these entrepreneurs have approached me for years with great products and stuff. The problem is in our country, they get copied by products made overseas, and they go up on Amazon or whatnot, and or on Google, and everybody's, they just attack the poor entrepreneurs, and you can't get into box stores because they're all you're blocked. You're not going to go up there, hey, I got a great product, can I get on your shelf? The other thing you touched on was the opioid epidemic. I want to say this right now. This is in my wheelhouse, me being an ex-crack addict. I was just with the president when he signed an 800-page opioid bill this fall, and I'm telling you, this thing, I have my own Lindell Recovery Network that Kellyanne even talked about in her speech today. She mentioned my name. Right. What's going to happen is I have all these stories of hope. And I'm going to be like a tour guide of a website. The addict puts in his age and his addiction, and all these stories just like him come down. And I got all the help vetted over here. I vetted over 2,000 centers, and they're all faith-based. Those are the ones that work. Teen Challenge, Union Gospel, Salvation Army. And then when they get out of there, I'm going to have mentors that are paid mentors all over the country for when they get out. So it's a complete circle of hope and help. And the president, I was just with a friend of, good friend of mine, Secretary Carson, with him. His Envision centers that he's doing in all these cities. He's starting with Detroit that he's starting. There's just so many things that we're doing. But I want to tell you, you need the other tools. You need to stop the drugs, so you do need that wall. Anyone out there, this is the most common sense thing in history. Get the wall built. Are you kidding me? Every Democrat or whatever wanted the wall in the first place, and they're just doing this to fight our president. He's getting more stuff done in history than any other president, in spite of all the hate, in spite of the attacks, and in spite of the blocks. That just goes, we finally have a businessman, pragmatic, common sense, conservative president that knows what he's doing.
An incredible story. Thanks for being here with us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely.
Awesome.